new level. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Brought me a new shovel.
Hello, it's Kate Lavelle here, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about something that's coming your way, which is your brand new season, and the best way to introduce your skills so that you can have the most successful learning experience that you can and really go as far as you can go in your playoff season. So you've heard it all before, keep it simple, but a lot of times we get our players, especially at the high school level, and we start throwing out plays and throwing out setups, and we wonder, why are they falling apart? So as soon as that play starts to not work, our players oftentimes, they get lead feet. So we're on the sideline and we're yelling, move, move, cut, and we're having trouble getting them to go anywhere. The problem is we just don't spend nearly enough time at the youth level teaching the very basic concepts involved in offensive play. We're trying to level up players who really have no foundational knowledge. Imagine your team is a house. Some other company came in and they built the foundation and then they handed off the construction to you. You're going to notice a bit of concrete here and there. There's definitely a foundation, but there's a lot of holes and a lot of the corners don't meet. The foundation isn't your job, though. In the previous company, they felt pretty good about the product they put together. They even went to some foundation building tournaments and got these great awards. They've got a lot of trophies. So you think, all right, I don't have a lot of time here. Let's go. I'm going to take my normal tools. We're going to get going, and we'll just deal with it on the way. So you're building your house, and it starts to look pretty good. If you took a picture, it would look like a pretty good house that was just, working on being built. But every single time a storm rolls in, part of that house falls down, and you end up having to rebuild it. It's leaking. It's a little crooked. You feel like you're taking one step forward and 3 steps back. This is the state so many of our teams are in, especially in our new building areas. I totally know what you're thinking. The project is going to take a lot longer if we go back and we fill in that foundation or try to reinforce what really wasn't built very well in the first place. But in the end, the product is going to be so much better. It's going to stand tall. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to last through the hardest storms that pass through. If you don't want your team to crumble under pressure or the weight of that fast-paced, physical, bigger team like the ones you're going to see in playoffs, you've really got to go back and rebuild what's missing. If you are like me and you have a season that's 2 months long, a couple of days of tryouts, the very next week you're headed into games, sometimes 3-4 games a week is a common occurrence, then I know it's hard to think that you have time to go back and work on fundamentals other than maybe catching and throwing. But I promise you that the return on that investment is going to blow you away. The learning curve is going to be significantly higher than if you had skipped the fundamentals. So you actually will get more learning because you went back and you learned those. So here's a way that you can implement this idea. This is something that I do every single year with my team. Our tryouts are completely fundamental concept based. And that means that we put the sticks down. And there is a time we do lots of stick work and we go back to the very beginning. Where's the elbow? Where's the hand? Where's the foot? Where's the hip? What's leading? So we do a lot of stick work. But we also do a lot of fundamental concept teaching. And that is no sticks, just why did I cut there? Where should I cut? What options do I have? How do I cut in relation to the other players on the field? And there's no motion, no setup, no play. But if somebody is here with the ball and somebody over here cuts and I'm here, where do I go? Do I cut under them? Do I cut over them? Do I cut towards the ball? Do I L out? These are concepts that a lot of girls they really don't have in their memory bank. So we want to build those up. So I start with that, and then I tell them it's going to be a little bit like drinking water out of a fire hose because we progress incredibly fast. The first, we teach them just how to cut. What's a C cut? What's an L cut? What is a backdoor cut? And they do that with cones. Immediately you add in a defender, and then the next one is putting that into play and teaching them the concept boom, 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 boom. So it goes very quickly. The great thing that I really like about this is that it helps you learn which of your players learns quickly. You're going to very easily pick out your varsity players because they're going to keep pace with what you're teaching, but along the way you're going to see this little light bulb going off because now they're going to say, I've been doing this all along, but I didn't know why. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard that comment come from somebody during that tryout week. I now understand why I do what I do. And now you've got smarter players on your field. The other great benefit of this is that you're able to blend brand new players with experienced players because you take the stick work out of it. You're just learning concepts. And at the end of the season, you have a team that could coach other teams. They clearly understand the strategies and the concepts of lacrosse. And so when that play breaks down, they are confident in knowing how they can pick up and keep going without having to use that whole, you only get 2 timeouts, right? We don't want to have to use those up and try to explain the game in the middle of the game. This is something that's going to increase your team's knowledge throughout the entire team. It's a huge win-win, and it allows you to see how your team learns the best so that you can adapt the rest of your season. The JV or club teams can continue on learning those concepts and slowly adding their stick skills, and the varsity team can take off now with that firm foundation built at the very beginning so that your plays and your motions are more successful right from the get-go when your first game starts. I hope you guys have a great season, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new